If the past few months have taught me anything, it's that we need to give our kids a little more credit. I'm joined by my 14-year-old son, Britton, to help make a recipe that has really become a family favorite. Yeah. Hey, Bubs.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. So you've really had a love of cooking for the past few years, but a passion has really, come out of it in the past few months. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, over these couple months in quarantine, I've been eating more things that you've cooked, and they've been okay. But I've learned that when I cook, I can put my own spin on things. I can cook things the way I like to eat them, and it's just more enjoyable.
Yeah, and I know a lot of times we say like no screen time, but really Snapchat, TikTok, that's where you found some of these recipes.
Yeah, I've found a lot of recipes from TikTok, Instagram, these places, and I've even cooked recipes straight off of the app.
So let's get started. So we're making shrimp scampi today. You've already melted butter in the pan.
Yes.
How much butter?
Pre-melted butter, a whole stick.
A whole stick of butter.
A whole stick of butter.
So this isn't the health segment.
No, it's not.
And what have you chopped there?
We also have a whole head of garlic.
Yeah. So yeah, like 16 cloves. Like,
yeah.
You can't go wrong with garlic, we feel.
Never too much garlic.
Yeah.
So you just want to just kind of zhuzh this around.
Yes, love a good zhuzh.
You also want to add some red pepper flakes.
Okay.
But see, it's a big shaker, but it could also go bad kind of fast.
If you're not used to cooking.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're not using it a lot.
Yeah.
So a great alternative is these little packets from pizza. So you just take this little packet because you're not needing a lot.
Right, like a half a teaspoon.
Right.
Yep.
And so you can just open it, and you can just like put some in your hand.
Yep.
And just like get all the flavors out of it.
You crush it to release the oil. I love that. Where do you learn these great savings tips?
I've learned from the best.
Okay, so we're really just making the garlic or the butter fragrant with the garlic.
Right. We just want to cook it right until fragrant.
Yep. And then we're going to add the liquid. So we've got 1 cup of chicken stock here. This is actually homemade chicken stock. Y'all know I love to get a good rotisserie chicken, and when we're done with it for dinner, I take the carcass and I know that's not a good word to use on TV, but you take that with any vegetables in the fridge, and I have the best chicken stock recipe on my website, so check it out. And we are using a cup of white wine. Now, talk to me about why we're doing the white wine and the chicken stock, because normally scampi is just wine, right?
So scampi does normally just call for wine, but we've made it a couple of times. We want to make it to the flavors that we like. And so when we just put wine, it was a bit like overwhelming flavor.
Right.
And even though like the wine cooks out, it's all fun.
Yeah.
It's still a bit like a lot.
Yeah.
So then we add some chicken stock, and those two flavors balance each other out.
So you can cook with wine, even though we've got an under 21 here. You just want to make sure that you cook this until you cook out the alcohol and that it reduces by about half for the sake of TV. We're going to go ahead and add some seasoning.
Yep, some salt and pepper to taste.
Okay.
Again, this recipe is all about like kind of cooking your taste.
Yep.
And so it's kind of just like a taste and go type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're adding shrimp here. This was actually thawed from frozen. Another great money saving tip, especially living in Nashville, we're not by an ocean. Go ahead and just buy frozen seafood, because a lot of times in the store it's really defrosted from frozen anyway. And because these are already cooked, all you're really doing is just warming them up and having them soak up all those great juices. So if you wanted to use fresh shrimp, you would just cook it about 2 minutes per side. We also, like I said, this is going to feed a family of about 4. We like a lot of sauce.
A lot of
don't
sauce.
we? Yep. So that would continue to reduce. We've cooked about a half a box of thin spaghetti here. You could use fettuccine. You could even use vegetables if you want to do zoodles. But what we do is we take the noodles and put them right into the sauce, because not only will this pasta water help thicken the sauce a little bit, but if I can get them in here, it also just tastes so much better, I think, putting the noodles in the sauce rather than the sauce on top of the noodles.
It absorbs all of those great
juices.
flavors.
Yep. So we've got just about a minute left. So we would. Actually, the tongs are probably better for this, aren't they?
Tongs are good for this.
Better thing. So this would cook up, and then we would plate this. Oh, sorry, I forgot some of the seasoning.
A little bit of seasoning. So we want some garlic salt.
Yep.
A little bit of smoked paprika.
Ooh, smoked paprika. Yes.
And then just some nice thyme leaves.
Okay. Good. And again, you can customize those. I'm going to let you get the lemon ready. So we would just plate this. Again, You do a better job, but I'm trying to be your sous chef here.
Thank you.
So you would get the sauce, the shrimp, and then you finish it off.
Nice
Squeeze a lemon. And what else are you going to top it off with? A little parsley. And there you go. So that is our shrimp scampi. Again, this is great for, you know, again, a family dinner. Heats up really well again. And I don't know, it's just delicious, isn't it? Okay.
It's amazing.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to have this for dinner tonight. If you want this recipe, you can head over to the SamiConeShow.com. I know what we're eating tonight. I hope you'll give it a try as well. I wish everyone could smell this.
I know, so good.
The garlic and the butter.